football has a way of producing stories no one can predict. Sometimes, in the space of a single match, the emotions of a fan base can swing between hope, frustration, and even deep concern. At St. James Park, every eye is fixed on the smallest of details, whether it's a rehearsed set piece, a goal at the perfect moment, or even an incident that seems to make time stand still. It was on one such afternoon that Newcastle United supporters experienced a cocktail of emotions that still echoes through the club. And before we dive deeper into this story, let me make a quick and direct request to you who follow our channel. If you are passionate about Newcastle, if you like staying up to date with the latest news, rumors, and behind-the-scenes stories, make sure you subscribe now. Your subscription helps our channel grow and ensures you never miss future updates about the Magpies. Click below and become part of our community. The meeting between Newcastle United and Arsenal was already expected to be electrifying before a ball was even kicked. On one side, a team eager to show progress under Howe. On the other, the Gunners determined to impose the weight of their shirt. What no one imagined was that beyond the goals, controversial moments, and the fierce battle on the pitch, there would also be an incident that left Newcastle fans silent, worried about what had just unfolded. In the early stages of the match, the energy from the stands could be felt. There was a special moment when Nick Walter made rows above the defense and headed the ball into the net, seemingly propelling the Magpies towards a glorious afternoon. VAR, however, as it so often does in the Premier League, intervened to change the course of events, ruling the goal out in a decision that sparked heated debate well beyond the pitch. Supporters were still digesting their frustration when another moment of the game caught everyone's attention, and it was precisely at this point that the revelation everyone feared emerged. Midway through the second half, as the contest grew fiercer and every tackle seemed priceless, Tino Livramento went down on the turf. The sight was shocking. The young Newcastle fullback had to be stretchered off, the image etching worry on the faces of players, staff, and supporters alike. After the match, Howe was immediately pressed for answers and did not hesitate to deliver an update, even if only a partial one, on what had taken place. Howe explained in his interview with Sky Sports that Livermento had suffered a knee injury and that, at that stage, he did not yet have detailed information from the medical staff. His words revealed the emotional weight of the moment. Seeing him come off like that was really distressing, admitted the coach. For a manager who has closely followed the young player's development, the scene carried not only sporting concerns but also a very human impact. This immediate update quickly rippled across the fan base and on social media. After all, Livermento is far from just another name on the team sheet. The young defender has been becoming a key figure in Howe's squad, catching the eye with each passing week and even drawing attention from the England setup. The fear now is that a lengthy absence could jeopardize both Newcastle's immediate season and England's plans in upcoming competitions. And if you've stayed with us until here, let me take the chance to remind you once again, subscribe to our channel. This is where you'll always find the most human coverage, with clear explanations and no unnecessary fluff. Your subscription gives us the strength to keep producing exclusive content about Newcastle United, always from fan to fan. Back to the game. What unfolded on the pitch was a Newcastle side fluctuating between promising moments and lapses of concentration. Howe stressed that his team had created opportunities but lacked the energy to see the result through. "We had our chances in the game. We went in front and we were desperate to hold on," said the manager. He also highlighted the toll of the fixture list, reminding everyone that the relentless schedule can drain the players' physical intensity. Arsenal, on the other hand, capitalized on the spaces and managed to turn the match around. Mikel Merino equalized with a strong header, but it was Gabriel who sealed the game in the closing minutes, delivering a painful defeat for the Magpies. And as if the loss wasn't hard enough to swallow, the image of Livermento leaving the pitch only deepened the sense of despair. For the fans, the emotions were twofold: sadness at the result and the uncertainty surrounding the fitness of such a promising talent. Howe was candid in admitting he did not yet know the full extent of the injury, but the way he described the incident made clear it would be closely monitored over the coming weeks. According to Sky Sports, no timeline has yet been given for his return, with everything dependent on medical assessments. This is the kind of story that makes supporters' hearts race faster, not just because of the outcome of a single match, but because of the fear of losing one of the players who had been steadily cementing his place as an automatic starter. Livermento had impressed with his pace, defensive resilience, and maturity on the field, traits that quickly made him a fan favorite. In the midst of all this, there is also the psychological factor. Seeing a teammate stretch it off affects the entire group. The dressing room feels it, the coach must reorganize his plans, and the fans follow every update with trepidation. That is the power an injury can have within football. It goes beyond the physical, touching the emotional core of everyone connected to the club. And that's why, once again, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, now is the perfect moment. Our commitment is to follow every detail, every new piece of information about Newcastle, especially in cases like Tino Livramento's, which mobilize the whole community. Subscribe and stay with us on this journey. always informed and connected to what truly matters to the Magpies. Newcastle's next challenge will be against Nottingham Forest, and anticipation is already building. Will Howe have fresh updates on Livermento before that clash? Will the young fullback return this season, or will a longer spell on the sidelines be necessary? Questions that only time and the medical team will be able to answer. Meanwhile, the fans are ready to rally behind their team, no matter the circumstances. This mix of hope, anxiety and loyalty is what makes Newcastle United such a special club. Regardless of scorelines or league position, the passion of the Geordies remains unshakable. And it is precisely that passion which ensures that stories like today's are not just fleeting news items, but unforgettable chapters in the club's journey towards brighter days.